Hey everyone! Let me go live on Instagram. All right. Hey Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all the people. We are live. How are y'all doing? I'm doing some extra lives this week because I want to be able to chat with you all about the Save $100 in 3 Days challenge. So for today's topic, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the top tips to meal plan on a budget. Okay. So let me know where you are watching from, and then we are going to start chatting about food. So drop some money signs in the chat if you want to save money on food. Drop some money signs in the chat if you want to save money on food. Hey, Jamie, I hope you're doing okay, girl. Let me know where you're watching from. Hey, Joyce. Thanks so much for joining us. Hey, everybody on TikTok. We're going to be talking about meal planning tips. And y'all, I don't know. I just made this smoothie. And it's like clogging my straw. Oh, it's so good. Oh, come on. My straw is clogged. And this movie's so good. That's my planner. I see some money signs. Joyce, I see some money signs. Miss Lola on TikTok. I'm going to follow you. Hey, Miss Lola. Oh, you're in Orlando too. I'm in Orlando. Welcome. Hey, Melissa. I can see you on YouTube. Hey, Geraldine. Let me know where you're watching from, like your city. I'm so upset about this, y'all. Let me get my clipboard. It's over there. Let me know where you're watching from. And we are going to dig right into meal plan tips. So I've been meal planning for a few years. I actually have an interesting meal plan strategy that I've adapted based on the way that me and Bay work together for food. But I'm going to give you all my, hey Shanika, I'm going to give you all my top tips for meal planning and saving money on food. So my name is Crystal, aka Krys the Maximizer. I'm a money savings coach. And I am here to help you save money so that you can live the life that you love and reach your big financial goals. I teach you money saving through my Shop with a Purpose method, which includes 4 signature, pillars: couponing, budgeting, meal planning, and strategic shopping. Those 4 pillars, those 4 things together will allow you to save hundreds of dollars every single month, and for you to stop, paying full price for the things you actually need. One thing that I think a lot of us can agree on is that we all spend a lot of money on food. Okay, we all spend a lot of money on food. Hey, Virginia. Hey, Melly. Joyce is in Louisiana. Barbara's here in Tampa. She's in Louisiana. Jamie's here from Arkansas. Hey, Lydia. Hey, Kristen. Let us know where you're watching from. We're going over some meal planning tips. So I've been couponing for 13 years. And since I've had Kinsley, so for past about 6 or 7 years, I've been a hardcore meal planner, meal strategist. So using all 4 of my areas, couponing, budgeting, meal planning, and strategic shopping, I've been able to save thousands and thousands of dollars over the past, let's just say the past 3 years. I've been able to save thousands of dollars, even through the pandemic. Being able to strategically save money has always been helpful. So I want you to drop some money signs in the chat if you're ready to save money on food. If you are ready to save money on food. And one thing that I would like to say, hi, everybody who's joining on TikTok. Please let me know in the comments where you are watching from. Everyone who comments on TikTok, I actually follow you. So please be sure that you follow me back, because I will be sending you a message, okay? If you want to save money on food, drop some money signs down in the comments in the chat box. One thing I will say when it comes to meal planning, when people think about meal planning, they automatically think of meal prepping. So meal prepping is when you cook a bunch of food and you put it in the plastic containers, right? Meal planning is the act of you deciding what you're going to eat when. Do we see the difference? Meal prepping is when you cook like 3 meals, you put them in the containers and you put them in the fridge. Meal planning is when you decide what you're going to eat when. So I don't want you to get overwhelmed and think, oh my God, Crystal, you want me to cook 7 meals on Sunday and you want me to put them in containers and then I have to buy containers. No, that's not what we are talking about. Okay. We are talking about meal planning. And if your meal plan includes you ordering DoorDash, that's okay. If your meal plan includes Friday pizzas, that's okay. If your meal plan includes 2 times a week, your man takes you out to a restaurant, that is okay. The point I'm trying to make here is if you've seen some of my past live videos, the way to save money, the secret to save money is to decide that you want to save. If this resonates with you, can you give me some likes on TikTok? Can you give me some thumbs up on Instagram or hearts on Instagram? Can you give me some thumbs up on YouTube? The way that you're going to save the money on your food is to decide that you want to make a plan. Decide that you want to save money. All right. So I'm going to break down my top 5 tips for meal planning, specifically when you are on a budget. We are going to meal plan specifically. Barbara's here from Michigan. Hey, Barbara. Thank you so much for joining us. Janie's in Illinois, of course. Jahira is here. Hey, girl. And I'm pretty sure she's in New York. Hey, Keebler's here. Tracy's here. Thank y'all so much. Let me know in the comments where you're watching from so I can shout you out. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. So the first tip to meal plan on a budget is to set your budget. I want you to put a Y in the comments if you have a food budget, either grocery or eating out. And I want you to put a no in the comments if you don't have a food budget. Hey, Mandy. Hey, Tracy. Tracy's in Iowa and Mandy's in New Louisiana. New Orleans, Louisiana. If you don't have a budget for food, I want you to type no. If you have a budget for food, I want you to type yes or Y. The key to this, Jahira, I'm going to get you, girl. The key to this is to have a budget for your food. So many people ask, well, how much should the budget be? How much should the budget be? How much should I allocate for groceries? So I'm not talking about eating out at this moment. At this moment, I'm talking about household groceries. For household groceries, a suggested amount for you to start at. This is not the rule. Everything that I'm sharing with you all is just my experience with myself and with my clients. This is not like the law. You don't have to go and like change your whole life because Crystal said so. I want you to take what you can from me and make it your own. And I teach that in all of my programs, right? What I'm teaching you, I'm not telling you you should do this. I'm saying you may want to do this. You can try this. Like 100 other people have done it and it has worked for them. Try it, modify it, make it your own. A good suggested amount for grocery shopping is between $100 and $125 per person per month. I believe it's starting at $200. So one person, $200, 2 people, $200, 3 people, $300. Of course, you can spend more. But if you have 2 people and you're spending $1,000 a month on groceries, that may be too much. So for my household, we spend closer to $150 per person. We're a household of 3. Our grocery budget is usually somewhere around $450, but we only spend $250 cash out of pocket. We only spend $250 cash out of pocket. Okay? Excuse me. And that's what I put in my budget because Bay spends about $200 of his own money, but I don't put that in this portion of the budget. Okay? His food money is specifically separate. So that's a good rule of thumb. So I want you to look and think back to how much money you've been spending at the grocery store. Is it aligned with $100 to $125 per person? If you're spending $200 or $300 per person, I would encourage you to look at that and say, where are we spending the extra? Where do we have waste? Okay. You want to set the budget first. The key to sticking to a budget is to set your budget and force yourself to stay under it. Does that make sense? You set your budget and you force yourself to stay under it. So per month, Jamie. So like for you and Tony, somewhere between $200 to $300 would be great because there's a household of 2, right? So for the 2 of you, I would say somewhere between $200 and $300. Like if it was just me and Bay, I would say $300 would work best for us. So maybe we start that at $300, right? So I would say $200 to $300 for a household of 2. For a household of 1, I'm thinking around $200. for groceries at home. And when I say groceries, I mean food that you're eating at home. So for a family of 6, Joyce, do the math. $100 per person would be $600. If you did $125 per person, you'd be at around like $725, $750. That's what you would be at. Suggested. Libby, I just answered yours. I did request to follow you. So girl, let me follow you. I would say for a household of 1, we should be looking at $200. For a household of 2, somewhere between $200 and $300. And y'all, it's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to watch this and then your budget's going to automatically be better. You've got to decide that you're going to set your budget and force yourself to stay under it, right? And what I mean by that, and some of the things I'm going to share with you, is you decide what grocery stores, you decide what you're going to be eating. You're just going to decide where you're going to shop, when you're going to shop, and how often you're going to shop. So tip number 1 is to set your budget first. Once you have that monthly number, you break it down into weeks or into your shopping trips. So if you grocery shop bi-weekly, your $500 turns into $250 and $250, right? Our $450 is usually like $200, $250, or like $150, $150, another $100, you know? So it just depends on where we shop. Because like sometimes we go to BJ's, we go to BJ's every other month. We don't go to BJ's every month. We go to Walmart every other week, and we only go to Publix as needed, okay? So set your budget and force yourself to stay under it, okay? TikTok saying, encourage your viewers to share your live. Yeah, share my live on TikTok and tell your friends to join, right? Share my YouTube link, tell your friends to join. Hey, Megan, I'm actually emailing you tomorrow, girlfriend, so we can get back on this horse. I'm finally like getting my life back together. So that's tip number 1. Set your budget first. Tip number 2, when you are deciding that you're going to make a meal plan, when you're deciding that you're going to spend less money eating out, when you're deciding that you're not going to buy everything that your eyes and your stomach want you to buy at the grocery store. Yes, I cut my hair. We'll talk about it later. I'm learning to love it. Hey, Selena, I'm learning to love it. Thank you. My hair was really damaged. I had to cut it. Yeah, I'm learning to love it. I'm happy that my hair is healthy, but I don't know what to do. I've never, ever, ever had hair this short ever, so I don't even know what to do with it. So anyway, use what you already have at home. I want you to type yes in the comments if you have food in your freezer, if you have food in your refrigerator, if you have dry goods in a pantry, if you have dry goods in a tote bin, on the refrigerator, in the cabinets, in a pantry. If you have food in the fridge, if you have food in the freezer, if you have food in the pantry, okay? Use what you have. What do I mean by that? I mean, take inventory of what you already got, right? It's around the time for us to go grocery shopping. I looked at Bay. I'm like, do you want to go grocery shopping, or can we try to go the rest of this weekend eating what we already had in the house? He said yes. I said yes. So we're going to stretch out going to the grocery store. Probably, if not until Friday, maybe I can get him to go until Sunday. Well, Sunday I have the challenge, so probably not. Maybe until Saturday, right? Or hell, we may even go until next week because we have food in the fridge, the freezer, and the pantry. We are not completely low yet. Use what you already have. So this is your reminder, your suggestion to go look and see what you have. Get a piece of paper, okay? Paper. Get a pen. And I want you to write fridge, freezer, pantry. Go in there. Move the around and see what's in there, okay? Move it around, see what's in there, right? Look at your pantry. Are things going to expire? When's the last time you cleaned out your pantry? Check your seasonings. When's the last time you checked the expiration dates on your seasonings? When's the last time you checked in on your condiments? What do you already have? Take inventory. I'm going to tell y'all a story about a coworker whose life I changed in 10 minutes, okay? I had this previous coworker, her and her husband, no kids, no pets, no one, just those two, okay? They were spending about $300 to $400 every month on groceries, and they were spending like $300 to $400 a month eating out. So between $600 and $800 a month on food for 2 people. The kicker is they were throwing away half of the food they bought at the grocery store every single week. Why? They never, ever looked at what they had before they went grocery shopping. So if the wife was driving home and she wanted a pot roast, she would go to the store and buy all the ingredients for a pot roast. Whenever they went grocery shopping, they always bought 4 cucumbers because they eat 4 cucumbers every week. Well, 2 weeks in a row, they only ate 2 cucumbers. So now they have 4 rotten cucumbers in the refrigerator because they got pushed to the back because they never checked for them. And then they bought 4 fresh ones. They would go out and eat, and they went grocery shopping to cook dinner for 4 days, but they went out to eat like 3 of those 4 days. So all that food went to waste. And they would go out to dinner and get these big portions, not eat it all, and throw half of their food away. If this has happened to you, type yes in the chat. This has happened to me in the past. Like, I am my first client. I have done this in the past. Okay? Excessive. Put a yes in the chat if it's you. Megan says she has no meat in her freezer. And that's okay, Megan. If you are a meat eater, then we just got to rebuild up our meat stockpile. And that's totally okay too, right? That's totally okay. If this is you, it's all right. You can always make a change. You can always make a pivot. You have to start being resourceful. What do you mean, Crystal? I'm reading a book called Profit First with my Moneymakers Academy, which is the group where I help women start and scale their businesses. And the man who wrote the book, Mike Michalowicz, he said that he got his revelation watching a fitness program. And the fitness coach said, we're overeating. We need to make our plates smaller. There's some statistic that like the plates in the United States have grown by like 28% or something ridiculous. So like our portion sizes are bigger because our plates are bigger. So we've got to shrink our plates, right? So that way we're not eating more food. I'm not telling you to shrink your plate. What I'm telling you is shrink the idea that you can always just run to the store and buy something new. And this doesn't only work for food, it works for clothing, it works for shoes, it works for makeup. Use what you already have. Can I be resourceful with what I have? Y'all, when it is the day before payday, if you are paycheck to paycheck, if it's the day before payday and you only have $1, you cannot go out to eat. You're going to eat what's in the house, right? Be more resourceful. Think about your big financial goals. We talked about the why you want to save money a few lives ago. So I know I'm talking about a lot, but just bear with me. If you know why you want to save money on food, if the reason why you want to save money on food is to take your family on a vacation in 6 months, is eating out when you already have food at home worth it to you? You've got to shrink your mind in the sense of the reason why I decided that I was going to be on a budget, there's a bigger picture. So I can't let my unplanning because you forgot to take out something or you don't know what you're going to cook. You can't let your lack of planning derail all of your dreams. Because if you do it on Monday, then you'll do it on Tuesday. Next thing you know, you ate out 4 days and all the food that you did buy is bad now. If that makes sense, type yes in the chat. Okay? If that makes sense, type yes in the chat. No worries, Janie. I hope you all are okay. Okay? So we have got to put ourselves in the mindset of use what we have first before we buy new. First in, first out. Use what you have. I would encourage you, which is a totally another topic, to do like a grocery store freeze. So see if you can go the next, if you usually grocery shop every Thursday like a habit, see if you can skip a week. If you run out of milk, great. What other breakfast foods do we have? If you run out of fresh fruit, okay, what else can we eat? The bread is gone stale. All right, what can you do with stale bread or what else can you use? Do you have tortilla shells? Do you have chips? Do you have wraps? Be resourceful. Try it for 1 week. If you can't do it for a week, try it for 4 days. Use what you have before you buy something new. You will be more resourceful. Okay? When you only have a little bit, you will make a way. If you've ever been in the struggle, and this is the other thing I want to say about that coworker, and I didn't finish that story. They never had to struggle. They always had more than enough. So they never had to like look in their refrigerator before they went grocery shopping. Something that I can't relate to because I was never like dirt, but my mother was not about to just go grocery shopping without looking to see what we already had. Does that make sense? So back to all the way around, because Crystal goes all the way around. Back to the story of this family, this couple. She comes to work, and I always scanned her receipts. She would give me her BJ's receipts and her grocery store receipts because she didn't want to do fetch, but I would take her receipts and I would get all the fetch points, right? And I asked her, I said, why are you spending this much money on food? She told me the story, and I said, well, do you look in the fridge before you go shopping? And she was like, no, what would I do that for? And I said, so you don't buy stuff that you already have? And she was like, oh. And then I said, how about you and your husband sit down and say, all right, we're going to cook 3 days and we're going to eat out 4 days and then only buy groceries for 3 days. And she said, oh, I never thought about that. Literally 2 weeks later, she's like, Crystal, you saved me hundreds of dollars in 2 weeks. We did it. It worked. And we wasted like a quarter of the amount of food that we were wasting. They were wasting hundreds of dollars of food every single week simply because they would buy groceries for the whole week, never eat them, and eat out. So when you are thinking about a meal plan, this brings me to tip number 3. Are you ready? Decide when you are cooking and when you are eating out. Are you cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Does your family eat out on Fridays or Saturdays or Sundays or maybe Wednesdays? Right? In my old apartment, pizza night would be Thursdays because Papa John's would give us 50% off. I only ordered it once because, DiGiorno. But you need to decide on a literal calendar. We are going to eat out 4 days a week, or we're going to eat at home 4 days a week. We eat out 3 days a week. Like for us, we don't really eat out at all, like special occasions. Like if we're out all day and we didn't bring food with us, then we may like allow ourselves to eat out, or sometimes we pack a lunch. But you've got to decide, when are you cooking and when are you eating out? If that makes sense, type yes in the chat. Let me get some likes, some thumbs up, some hearts on Instagram. Y'all let me know where y'all at. You've got to decide when. So that way you know how many groceries you need. Because cooking at home for 3 days and cooking at home for 7 days is completely different. Otherwise, something is going to go bad. We don't want that. All right? So the actual active meal planning is looking at the calendar for the week. You can do 1 week at a time, 2 weeks at a time, a month at a time, and saying, I'm going to be eating at home 4 days a week and I'm eating out 3 days a week. And when you're doing your monthly overview, y'all, and you literally want to get a calendar, I teach this inside of my Money Saving Academy when we do meal planning. Get an actual calendar. And you're going to put, okay, so typically we eat out 2 days a week and we cook 5 days a week. So on your calendar, you know that there's 8 days in the month that you don't need to plan groceries for. And then as you get to the week before that, that's when you decide what you're going to eat each day. So chicken, salmon, salads, and then tacos. And then the other days are eat out days. Okay? Make sense? If this makes sense to you and you want more help, I'm going to invite you to my Save $100 in 3 Days challenge. This is a 3 days challenge that starts on Sunday, January 9th, where I'm going to be teaching you how to save $100 in 3 days. You're going to take that $100 and put it in your bank account. How exciting would it feel to see the money that you save? Okay. Day 3 is all about meal planning. So I'm going to spend about 60 minutes breaking down my whole meal planning strategy. From start to finish, I'm going to teach you how to create a meal plan for your family for the month and for the week. I'm going to break down different types of meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. Okay. So hope if you want to sign up, there's a 50% off code in the Money Saving Academy for you to sign up. So day 1 is budgeting. Day 2 is couponing. Day 3 is meal planning. It's only $30 for all 3 days. And then there's 2 days of live Q&A. So there's 2 days where I don't teach anything. You just come and get your questions answered. So it's technically a 5-day challenge, but it's 3 days of learning, 2 days of Q&A, private Facebook group. There's going to be a bunch of giveaways that I'm going to give away. A workbook is included and a preparation class that actually I think went out today or goes out tomorrow. There's a preparation class that everyone gets access to. So if you want more help meal planning and you want to learn how to save money strategically, the strategies that I'm going to teach you, you can literally use all year long. But specifically in these 3 days, I'm going to show you how to save $100. I don't care how big or small your income is. If you are on Social Security, if you're on disability, if you're on unemployment, if you get food stamps, if you get WIC, this challenge is for you. I'm going to show you how to save cash in 3 days. Couponing, budgeting, and meal planning. Those 3 things will save you hundreds, but I'm going to show you how to save your first 100 intentionally. You can sign up at KrysTheMaximizer.com and click on Save $100. It's a $30. If you're in the Money Saving Academy or the Money Makers Academy, I have a 50% off code for you. If you are a VIP in any of my programs, you get it for free. Academy members, 50% off. If you're a VIP member, you get it for free. Okay? So I want to invite you all to that challenge because that's where I break all of this down even more and help you with your meal planning. But the 4th tip, are you ready? Meal planning on a budget. To stay under budget, you are only going to add the things that you need to complete a meal to your grocery list. This is going to help you stay under budget because you're not buying a whole meal worth of things when you already have half of it at home. So for example, let's say that we decided that this week we're going to have salmon and broccoli, we're going to have spaghetti, we're going to do a DiGiorno pizza and fries, and we're going to have tacos. We want to have tacos because we have an old El Paso taco kit that's going to expire soon and we want to use it. And we don't have ground beef for the tacos. You already have your taco sauce and you don't have sour cream. So instead of going to the grocery store and buying everything for tacos, like my old coworker would do, she'd be like, oh, I want to eat tacos today. And she'd go buy everything. You're only going to buy the meat that you want in the sour cream. Everything else you already have at home. So meal planning helps you with your grocery shopping because when you sit down for the week, you see what you already have in the fridge, in the freezer, in the pantry. You wrote it down. Then you're going to decide what meals can I make from that. And then any holes that you have, those are the things that you add to your grocery list. So your grocery list only gets the things that you need to complete the meals. Okay? Now, my sister would always ask me this question. This is like the 5th tip. My sister would always ask me the question, well, Krys, how do you just have extra stuff in the freezer? I give myself a 20% grocery budget cushion. What I mean by that is if I'm going grocery shopping, I try to leave about 20% of it of my money available for sales that are not advertised. So if my grocery budget is $125, I'm trying to leave at least $20 to $25 unaccounted for. So I'm going to try to get my grocery list to $100, leave $20 free. Why? Because if I go to Target and there's chicken on sale, I'm going to grab like 2 or 3 packs of chicken. If I go to BJ's and they are having a sale on the sausages, or they're having a sale on the peppers, or they're having a sale for fruits and I did not account for it, I want to be able to get those things. If there is a sale on Kinsley's favorite snacks and it was unadvertised and I get to the store and I'm like, this is 50% off. I have to get this and add this to the stockpile. I have at least 20% of my budget available to use for those things. And then those things, yes, I'm probably not eating them. I'm probably not eating them for that week. I'm putting it away for later. Where do you shop that your grocery budget is $100? I don't shop. Okay, so this is the thing, Megan. I don't just go to one grocery store and buy everything. But I can spend $100 at Walmart. I can spend $100 at BJ's. I can spend $100 even at Publix because I'm not going to a store and buying everything. So because I have built up my fridge, my freezer, and my pantry, I'm never going and just like I did in December because me and Bae needed a bunch of stuff, right? But usually we would just buy a little bit at a time. I'm not going to the grocery store and just throwing everything in the cart. Like, I have a very detailed grocery list of what we need to complete the meals, and then I just buy those things. And my budget isn't $100 for the whole month. I'm talking about like when I go shopping for a week. So like our grocery budget for the month for 3 people is about $450. Only $250 of that is cash out of pocket. The other $200, food stamps, gift cards, rebate ad money. But my cash from my salary is only $250 cash. So if we break that up, we go grocery shopping probably, I would say 3 times a month. We go twice to Walmart, and then we do Publix as needed, as well as Target as needed, and then BJ's every other month. Okay? And when we go, we usually don't really spend more than $100 because we are just ingrained and we get a lot of the similar things. I make all of my groceries at one time. Yeah, I can't do that. I have to like do bi-weekly because one trip, I couldn't do it. And then also produce doesn't last that long. So I like smaller trips. If you go once a month, that's fine. That's totally fine. But I personally like to break it up. And then also we just have a regular standard size fridge and freezer. So our stuff for the whole entire month may not fit. It will be a really tight fit if we try to get all of it. But we do buy our meats once a month and they last for the whole month. And then if I see meats at Target, or I don't really buy meats at Walmart or at Publix, then we'll get those in as supplemental. But Bae likes to buy our meats from the butcher. So he'll go to the butcher and get all of our meats once a month, and that will last us for the month. And then we just do all the things in between. So if this was helpful, type a yes in the chat, give me some thumbs up, give me some likes. And I would like to invite you to the Save $100 in 3 Days Challenge. We have over 35 women up, and I'm going to add some of the ones who just signed up. So Ro, welcome, welcome, welcome. Ro is a member of the Money Saving Academy, and she is joining us for, she's joining us for the Save $100 in 3 Days Challenge. It's $30 for 3 days. Day 1 is budgeting. Day 2 is couponing. Day 3 is meal planning. So if you want to work with me for like half a month, and I say half a month because you get access to the replays until January 31st. I'm doing 2 Zoom Q&As, and I'm going to do 2 Facebook Q&As. I'm going to do giveaways, right? And I'm going to help you see $100 in your savings account in those 3 days. And if you don't physically have the money because you've got to plan it out, I'm going to help you create a plan for you to find $100 in your budget. Lola is joining us for the Save $100 in 3 Days Challenge. Okay. And then Alicia is joining us for the Save $100 in 3 Days Challenge. It says, how often would you say you go to Target and Publix? I would say once a month, like as needed. So when I wasn't with Bae, I would get more of my meats from Target. Like he's particular. So now we get our meats from the butcher. So I used to go to Target probably twice a month, but now I go once a month. Publix once a month. And then like, okay, so we completely ran out of onions, which is very unusual for us, but we ate a lot of onions. So Bae just went to Publix and got the onions versus us going to like BJ's, because BJ's is further away. And Publix also has better bagged onions than Walmart. So like randomly he had to run out and get onions, which usually doesn't happen. We're usually really good about that. But Publix and Target are some places where each week I look at their ads to see what they have on sale. And if they have something specific, like when the salad dressing was buy one, get one free at Publix and we had a coupon, on my way home, I literally stopped in there to do that one deal because it was something that we needed. I got like 4 or 6 bottles of salad dressing for like $1, less than $1 each. And I went home. So Target and Publix are like specific deals. And when I'm in that area during that week, I will go there. Like Target is closer to Kinsley's school. So if there's a deal that I need from Target or 1 or 2 deals, when we drive her to school or pick her up, we would go to Target, get those 2 deals, and then take our butts home. Publix and Target are not places where we don't ever just walk around. I'm not going to say ever because we did do it in December. But outside of that trip in December, We don't just walk around the store and just throw stuff in the cart. Everything is calculated. We always shop with a list. We always shop with a plan. Joyce, I think you already signed up, right? Didn't you sign up for the challenge already? I think you signed up. But here's the link to sign up. And Joyce, I do think you signed up. But if you haven't, I have another Joyce in. But there's the link if you haven't signed up already. You can also go to KrysTheMaximizer.com and sign up. You're welcome, Melissa. This is all about strategy. So in the Save $100 in 3 Days challenge, or for somebody else, perfect. If you're in the challenge already, I'll break it down. If you're in my Money Saving Academy, which is my 6-month group program, we have a meal planning and a grocery shopping module pre-recorded. I have a meal plan template, a grocery shopping template, and then I also have live trainings of me going through how to create a meal plan in the Money Saving Academy as well, because it does take some time to get used to, but once you do it, you will save yourself so much money. Everything has to be strategic in order to save money. Barbara's coming to the Save $100 in 3 Days challenge. And Faith is coming to the Save $100 in 3 Days challenge. I'm going to have to start a fresh row. Okay? I'm going to have to start a fresh row. So the challenge starts on Sunday, January 9th. We're going to get access to the replays until the 31st of January. After that, the replay access will go away. I'm going to recap these top 4 tips for meal planning. And then if you have any questions, now is the time for you to drop your questions down below, and I will answer your questions about meal planning. Julia, I hope you use the code, girl. Okay, so tip number 1 is set your budget. Set your grocery budget and force yourself to stay under it. Set your eating out budget. So if you are going to eat out, set a budget for that too. So we have a meal plan budget and then we have an eating out budget. They're separate, okay? Set your budget first. For groceries, $100 to $125 per person per month to start. Tip number 2, use what you already have. Take inventory of your fridge, your freezer, your pantry, and use the food and things that you have first before you go out and make this huge grocery shopping trip, okay? Tip number 3, decide when you're eating out. Let me see, Joya. Decide when you're eating out and when you are going to. Okay, yeah, I see you got the code. Yes, I see you got it there. There's an email. In your email, there's a link to the Facebook group. You have to request to join. I haven't opened it. I haven't opened the Facebook group yet. I don't think the Facebook group is open yet. You just click the link to join the Facebook group. And it'll ask you to request to join. Because I don't see anybody. Yeah, nobody's requested to join yet. Which I thought was weird. So I don't know if y'all are getting the right link, but there should be an email going out tomorrow with the link. But in your confirmation email, there's a link that says, click here to join the Facebook group. So you get a private Facebook group, access to the replays till the 21st, all that jazz, okay? So anyways, back to the recap. Y'all, I'll be all over the place. Decide when you're cooking and when you're eating out. So you're not buying food for the whole week and you're eating out 2 or 3 of those days, okay? And then lastly, only add the things that you need to complete a meal to your grocery list to buy. Don't buy things that you don't need. Don't buy things that you don't need. It wouldn't allow me to access it with the link. Okay, so don't stress about it. The Facebook group isn't open yet. I will make sure that we send out another email tomorrow with the link to join the Facebook group. I'm not sure why that was happening. So I will get the right link sent out, okay? So don't stress. The group isn't open yet. Our welcome party is actually on Friday. So I will make sure that we get the link sent out, okay? Oh, I think I know why. I set the group to private. Oh, wait. Well, that should be fine. Okay, let me see something really quick, if it'll work. That's weird. It does say. Let me see if I can. Okay, I have to figure out why it's not letting y'all join. That's so weird. We have the group right here, so I don't understand why it's not working. Shoot. Okay, I will figure it out, y'all. I'm so sorry. I was wondering, I was like, why hasn't anybody requested to join this dang group? Okay, I'll have to fix it. I don't know what is happening. Okay, let me see if that helped it. Let's see. Ah, I figured it out. Okay, I figured it out. I made it unprivate. It was hidden. Now it's visible. So you should be able to click that link and request to join, and then we should be letting everybody in today, tomorrow, and Friday. Yeah, so it's a different Facebook group, Hope. It's the Save $100 in 3 Days Challenge Facebook group. Okay. And you'll only get access once you signed up for it. Okay. It's okay. All right. What questions do we have? Questions, comments, concerns? I see a lot of people saying that this was helpful. I'm glad it was helpful. Questions. Meal planning questions. Speak now, forever hold your peace, because I'm about to go set up my planners. My planner lineup video is coming out this weekend, and I haven't recorded it yet because I have to finish setting them up. All of my planner stuff finally came, so I'm going to set these bad boys up tonight before I go to bed. I was supposed to do it last night, and I didn't. My brain needed a time to refocus. What questions do we have about meal planning? If y'all don't have no questions, y'all, I'm really going to go because I got stuff to do. Hello, Kyle. Questions about meal planning. So those are my top tips for meal planning. The Save $100 in 3 Days challenge is happening. This challenge is probably wait, I'm signing up. No, you're probably at the wrong thing. It should not say May. Everything should be switched up. I think you may have the wrong link, Hope. Let me double check because I'm pretty sure I changed everything. Yeah, you're on the wrong site. This is the link. Oh, wait, no, that is not the link. When it comes to meat, is it best to buy in bulk? Hi, Krista. You have to do your math. Some meat is better for me to buy in bulk at BJ's, and most of my meat is better for me to buy at my butcher, which is Freshfield Farms in Orlando. The link to sign up for the challenge is right in the comments, so hopefully you can see it, Kyle. So honestly, you really have to do your math and see how much do you pay on average for a pack of chicken not in bulk, and then look at your stores like BJ's, Costco, Sam's Club, and literally do the math to say, all right, a pound of chicken at Publix is like $4.50 per pound. But when we drive to this part of Orlando, the pound of chicken is only $3. So we get our chicken in Orlando. Now, when it's like a 6-pack for like $1.50 at Target, I buy it. They don't like the Target chicken, but me and Kinsley eat it just the same. So you have to honestly do your math. It's not really a blanket answer that I can give you for that because your location varies, the price of your meats vary. So for anything and everything, Krista, I encourage you to do the math. How much is it per pound? How much is it per ounce? How much is it per bottle compared to where you usually buy it? And then from there, it'll allow you to see, like, is this the lowest price possible? When do you decide what to cook? So what me and Bae kind of do is we buy all the things that we like. He's the main cook. He's the main cooker in our family. So for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we buy all the things that we like. We buy our sides. So I buy the broccoli and the green beans and the rice and the mashed potatoes. Like I buy everything. And then throughout the week, I have a pad where I'll write down like, and he'll say, well, what do you want for dinner? So I'm like, this week we have a chicken, we have salmon, we have ribs, and we have tacos. And he'll decide what day he cooks what. And then we are a family that eats leftovers. So we usually try to cook enough for tonight and the next day. I don't like to cook every day. He does. So sometimes he cooks about 5 times per week, and sometimes he cooks like 4 times. And we don't really eat out. So we decide what we're going to eat usually at the beginning of that week, and then he will pick what day we eat what. So we'll take out the food either if it's frozen either the night before or the day of, and then he'll cook it for us for dinner. Hey Esther girl, how are you? Does that make sense? That's my planner. Let me know if that makes sense. Because it would get very hard for us to be like, okay, it's Taco Tuesday. We actually did have Taco Tuesday yesterday, and I didn't even realize it. Like we're not super specific. Like on my calendar, I'm not sitting there and writing down the specific days because sometimes Bay wakes up and he's like, I want chili today, which is fine. He will just grab his ground beef, defrost it, and he'll make us chili. So me and Kinsley are kind of at his mercy. Sometimes he does cook a little late, so I'm telling him like, let's cook a little bit sooner. And sometimes I'll give Kinsley like, I want chicken nuggets and fries. I'll just make her chicken nuggets and fries. Oh, thank you, Esther. I'm glad you do. I'm trying to love it. I do like it because my hair is healthier, but I cut my hair because of its health. So it's still, it's still a little bit long, but I'm just trying to figure out how to wear it. So I'm going to be old school, just puffing it so that it doesn't put a lot of tension. I literally just have old school headband on. Not a lot of tension. I'm just going to keep it really like, I feel like it's not as old as I wanted it to be, because I'm also trying like new products and all that stuff. So we can talk about hair another time. But anywho, yeah, that's when we decide. That's how we decide. But I used to, when I didn't have him, I would put down like, okay, on Monday, I'm making chicken, broccoli, and rice because I don't like to cook. So I would cook 4 times a week and we would do leftovers. Okay. I cut my hair too. Yay. It's all about the health, right? For me, it's all about the health. As long as my hair is healthy, I'm okay with it being shortest hair I've ever had in my entire life, like since I was a kid. So it's a lot getting used to, and it's only been about a week. I think it's been a week at this point. All right. What other questions do we have? Let's get Joya and Hope. They are both a part of the Money Saving Academy. We're going to get them. On the wall of fame. Any questions before we go? Here is Joya and Hope. Any other questions? Yes, all about the hair. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to do a hair live. I'm supposed to do a hair video. Is it going to get each last? You will get an email reminder. I don't have it set up to put it on your calendar. I wish I could figure out how to do that. Maybe I'll get my assistant to send everybody a calendar invite to like add to their calendar, but you'll get a 15-minute reminder. So it is up to you to put the dates on your calendar. It's January 9th, 11th, and 13th at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And you'll get a 15-minute reminder. So if you sign up, you'll get a 15-minute email reminder. You'll get the day of at 9 a.m. You'll get a reminder. So it's going to be up to you to click the link at 7 p.m. and then also request to join the Facebook group, and the live will pop up in the Facebook group as well. Okay, I see it's working now. The Facebook group is working now, so you can request to join the Facebook group now. Okay. All right. Any questions before I go? I know I said that like 5 times, but I'm about to go work on my planners. I'm kind of excited. I don't see any. So I am doing a couple extra lives this week because of the challenge. So I am going to be doing a live Thursday and Friday in preparation for the challenge. The challenge starts on Sunday. So if you have any other questions you can think of, I will answer them over the next 2 days. And I think that's all. I also want to say, because I don't think everyone knows and I haven't shared a lot, I do have a podcast. It's called Couponing with Krys the Maximizer. It's literally on every podcast platform: Apple, Stitcher, Spotify. So if you enjoy couponing content, if you like me and you don't always want to watch, you want to listen, please go listen to my podcast, share it with a friend or family or 10. Please, please, please leave me a review. That will really, really help. So yeah. Is what on my Facebook? Thank you. It's on your Facebook. I think my podcast is, but it's on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, Google, Amazon. It's in all the places. So please go listen to the podcast. I do episodes every single week. Some weeks this month, which I think the next 2 are going to be double episodes. I have a lot of things to talk about, a lot of things to record, a lot of also money saving tips. And I talked about this in my last live, a lot of the updates. My channel, my business, my focus is going to be more about saving money holistically versus just couponing. So I'm not going to CVS and Walgreens every single week. I'm literally going to be focusing on breaking down concepts to help you save money. So we're going to be talking about meal planning, budgeting, couponing, and overall strategic shopping to help you have more money to do more of what you want. Okay. That's going to be my focus on pretty much all of my platforms moving forward. I'm going to do a lot of daily content on TikTok focused around couponing, but a lot of it is going to be mostly around saving money holistically. Couponing is just one part of that. All right. Oh, thank you, Miranda. I appreciate that. Please leave me a review on the podcast. Please, if you can leave a review, please do. I think Stitcher just opened up, or Spotify. I think Spotify just opened up reviews. So if you could leave me a review on the podcast, I'd greatly appreciate it. If you screenshot your review, I will shout you out on Instagram. So please, I would really appreciate if you could do that. And I share my podcast on Instagram every week. I'm going to start sharing my podcast on TikTok. I'm trying to, get it together. Yeah. And I just got my first podcast sponsorship too, which is really nice. So go listen to that sponsor go listen to that ad and download the app, right? All right. So I'm gonna go work on my planners. That video will be up this weekend. My planner lineup, which I'm excited for. So thank you all so much for joining me. Going live brings me so much joy and so much energy. Like, I'm about to go work. And I will see you all tomorrow. Is Thursday, so I'm doing a live, I believe, at 4 p.m. Eastern. So I'll see you all tomorrow at 4 p.m. We're going to be talking about, I can tell you because I have the list. Let's see what our live is tomorrow. Should have been prepared with this. Tomorrow is Thursday. Ooh, we're going to be talking about why budgets help you save money. So we're going to talk about the importance of having a budget in regards to saving money. Okay. And then on Friday, I'm going to be sharing 3 things you should know about couponing. And that'll be the end of my live series. And then I'm going to go back to 2 live streams every single week for 2022. So 2 live streams, some weeks 1 when I'm traveling, but just 2 live streams a week. Ooh, I think I closed all of my woohoo! I think I closed off all my rings today. Woo! All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.